Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. It's a simple white box with wink of Stella colour bleeding going on the front, but I'm not overly happy with how it's closed. It's meant to sit more flush like that, more like that, but it hasn't because of where I've put the closure. So I've decided to not make another, but to show you what not to do, and then I'll show you what to do. Okay, so you need a piece of white cardstock that measures 10.5 by 8 inches, 28 by 20 centimetres. I've gone for our shimmery white cardstock. Lovely. It's thick enough, and obviously you're going to get a nice shimmer. Not that you can see it hugely well, but there is a shimmer going on here. There is with Wink of Stella anyway. Okay, on the long side, score it at 1.5, 5, 6.5 and 10 inches, which in metric is 4, 13, 17 and 26. And then just put a little mark at 3/4 of an inch and 5 3/4. Berry, you sat on the desk right here shouting at the birds. Okay, then turn it onto the short side and score it at 1.5, 6 3/8 and 6 5/8 of an inch. Oh, sorrel's here as well now. Which in metric is 4, 16 and 16.5 centimetres. Very noisy. So, okay. Right. Oh, I've put the mark in the wrong place. Remember those marks at 3/4 of an inch? You meant to bring that all the way down to here. And 5 3/4, wasn't it? Yeah, 5 3/4. And bring it out. She's telling off the birds. So that was the marks at 2 and 15 centimetres. Okay. She's absolutely motionless. It's not like she can get to the birds, but anyway. So that score line that I've just brought down to here, there it is, you can see it just to there. That I'm going to score all the way down to this bit and to there in a triangle. So both of those I'm going to do. Okay, and hopefully, where's my line? Trust me, they're there. Right, so I'm going to do some stamping now. So I've got the Fancy Phrases stamp set, and I'm doing this before I burnish or anything, so I want my cardstock to be still quite flat. And that great big stamp. Big block for it. And which way round do I want it? There, I think. So this has been sized to fit perfectly, as you can see. And I've got a thin strip here, and then I've got wide, wider, wide, wider, thin. That is going to come around and form the back. So it's this one here, not the one that's next to that thin score line. This one over here. I'm using Merry Merlot this time because I don't use it very often. I forget to remember I've got it. So that's as good a reason as any. I think I've just stuck my fingernail in that. As good a reason as any to use it. And doing my best not to get the top of my head on the camera. I'm going between those lines. And pressing firmly. Fabulous. Now that is a pretty image on its own, but we're going to Wink of Stella it. So let me zoom in. And Wink of Stella is magical liquid. No idea what it's made of, but it's got a glimmer in it. And when you move it around on an ink like this, the colour bleeds out. It moves around. I'm only going for the petals. I'm not going for the leaves. And it changes the colour. Isn't that so pretty? Sorrel's out she's on the landing, shouting. And one of my boys is talking back to her. I think he has no idea I'm filming. So you just keep going all the way around and just move that ink around. It's very lovely. Yeah. She's chattering away to whoever is out there. She's going, I want to play. Somebody get me a toy. She does that. When she gets a toy, she picks them up and runs around with them. And then she shouts really loudly, look at me, I've got a toy, aren't I clever? Isn't that pretty? That is so lovely. I wish you could see the shimmer of it. And then to clean off your Wink of Stella, you just wipe it on a clean piece of cardstock until it's all clear. You see, that was the bit I wiped off. All clear now. Right, let's zoom back out again so that you can see what's going on. And now I'm going to burnish all of these score lines. Working with white cardstock, you would have to have very clean fingers. If you're a messy stamper, and I have been known to be a messy stamper, make sure your hands are clean before you start burnishing like this. Okay, right, so you can see these lines a little bit more. So where I've got two that are close together, that's the top. So I'm going to work on the bottom first. And I've got a skinny rectangle. And I'm going to cut that away. And then I'm going to cut the bottom and wedge in a little bit. And the same there. Right, so let me bring this around. So this is the front of my box, and you can see where it's going to glue together. But I need to bring from the back to the front this section here, so it's the opposite one to where that is. Okay, so we've got a big bit and we've got this one here, so cut everything, absolutely everything away, with the exception of that area there. So cut down to the second line and cut the whole lot away. All of it is gone. These sides are going to pull in when you form the box anyway, but I'm just going to give them a little start. Actually, you know what? I don't need to, so I'm not going to. Okay, where's my tear and tape? Over here. So let me take the backing off that, bring it round and press it down. And then fold it in the back and two sides, and I'm going to put some more tape along here. And bring it round to close. And so now when you push in the sides, because we've already pre-scored it, that's going to fold round. Now it's got a bit of a ridge, and what I wanted it to do was close like that, but I put my ribbon in the middle and that was not the right thing to do. So instead I'm going to put it on the outer sides, and that should mean it closes better. Oh no, that's not the hole punch I want. That would be a stapler. There's the hole punch I want. So I'm going to punch through on both sides, all of it in one go, without being able to see at all what I'm doing. There's one. Let's hope I get this one in the right place as well. Oops. There we go. So that should hopefully mean my bag closes better. So what I've got here is some crinkle seam binding. And actually, if I open this up, you'll see it's gone through the front and the sides, and that should, as I said, give it a tighter, better close. Am I doing this right? Am I feeding... Where am I? Should I be feeding that through to? No. What have I done wrong? That's... Okay, hang on. I think I've got this now. I want to go there and I want to go there. Okay, let's try this again. From the front through. There we go. That was painful for a second then. And then from... There we go. Right, got it now, but I've got far too much here. And then put that end through. I can't get hold of it. There we go. I'm going to grab a couple of clips just to hold this while I tie it. Oh, far too much ribbon, but I've got... This is, I was going to say I've got plenty to make a bow with, but I'm going to still get a wobbly bow, aren't I? More fingers and thumbs. How is it I can tie the laces? Oh. How is it that I can tie laces on my Converse without any issues every single morning, but I can't tie a bow on a box when I'm filming? Oh, that's still too loose and gapey. Do you know what? Let's just tie it in a knot for now. And then I'll do the bow after and make that look pretty. Do you know what? So many of you, dozens of you, have sent me video. Oh, look, that's still too loose. We're just going to have to pretend it's not loose. So many of you have sent me videos over the years saying how to tie a bow. I can tie a bow if it's not attached to anything. It's when it's attached that I have issues. And I apparently have issues cutting as well. There we go. So that is the finish that I was after at the top. And so coming through there has made all that difference. Can you see? So that one just, it looks like it wants to go down, but that has got the nice tight finish. Oh, I'm much happier with that. Even with a wibbly bow. So, I hope you like it too. Thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to see you very soon. Bye.